Hi there, it's Louise here of Timeless Craft Mama, and today I'm sharing a scrapbook layout process video with you that's inspired by the Jot Magazine March mood board. So I've taken the picture from the top right hand corner and some of the colours, the beautiful blues and turquoise and pink and that wood kind of theme, and I've created a layout of our twins, and I really wanted to create a layout that was just an everyday picture. So to start with the base, I've taken these Craft papers, so the wood grain and the blue timber, and I've cut them into I think they're 3x3 squares, and I've then stuck them onto some white cardstock and then mounted that on my page. So for me personally, I found this was a lot easier than trying to stick those and get the placement right. So I actually did it on the white paper first to be able to make sure that I all got it nice and even. Then I've popped down a little layer of gesso and allowed that to dry naturally. And then I'm using the packaging technique with the Tim Holtz Distress crayons, and this crayon is the Mermaid Lagoon. So I'm just scribbling some of that crayon onto the plastic packaging and then spraying it with some water. Now you really have to allow that colour to mix to be able to get it nice and smooth and have that watercolour effect on the page. So I've let that dry overnight, and while I'm off camera I've also gone ahead and stitched around the outside of that photo, adhered the little photo in the centre because I knew that I wanted to have a very symmetrical layout for this particular page. So the accessories that I'm using are from Craft and also from the Simple Stories Life in Colour range. So I'm just pulling out a couple of little pink elements. As much as I don't like to be dictated about colour, I like to use pink on my boys' pages because I don't really have a problem if a boy wants to wear pink or a girl wants to wear blue or green or whatever colour. So I just feel like just because paper is pretty and it's floral and it's got pinks and more feminine colours doesn't mean it shouldn't be able to be used for a boy's layout. So I have combined those two colours, the pink and the blue, and I really feel like I've come up with a layout that I'm really pleased to have in an album. So I'm going ahead and just attaching some of these, spreading them around the page, just having a look at what I'm happy with, and I knew I sort of wanted to have this cluster on the bottom left and to be able to leave room for some journaling later, and of course my title, which I've already popped on the page, is Today Documented. I wanted to make sure that I was creating a memory of just an everyday occurrence in our home life. And this one, of course, was the fact that my two little helpers absolutely loved to help with the dishwasher. It was one of the first things that they would always do. They'd always run over when you were unpacking the dishwasher and they'd want to pull all the things out and make sure that you were putting things away. So it's a great, fun, happy layout. Now, if you've been following along with any of my recent videos and you're a subscriber to my channel, you'll notice that lately I've been doing a lot of pages with this Simple Stories Life in Colour, and that's because it probably is my all-time favourite collection that I've ever had. And the reason for that is because I feel like it is just so versatile. It has so many elements that are just get you back to basics as far as scrapbooking is concerned. It's all about documenting life and the everyday memories that are what we want to capture in our albums. So not only does it have some wonderful papers, it also has these sticker sheets, sticker elements, clear stickers, chipboard elements, chipboard pieces. I really just have loved working with this collection, and I hope to use it on many more layouts down the track. Now I'm going to go ahead and do some heat embossing, and I have myself a tiny little accident, and you'll see at the top of the screen there that I actually knocked over my embossing powder, but that's okay. I will continue. So I'm just using some Versa ink in the white and then putting white embossing powder over the top and heat setting that. So these arrows are from Imaginarian Designs and they will complement this layout really nicely. So off camera, I have gone ahead and cleaned up that little mess that I made and cleared my workspace so that I can continue popping this layout together and making sure that all of these elements are going to work really well to complement the page. So I'm happy with where things are sort of starting to sit. I'm ready to go ahead and glue some of these elements down, prepare some of the extra touches to this particular page. So I've printed out my journaling. I've just typed it up on the computer using a typewriter font. And I've trimmed that back. I haven't inked it or done anything with it. I really wanted it to just be plain. I feel like there's already enough going on this layout. I didn't need to add any more details. So I've completed my journaling. I have attached that to the page. A couple more little elements, a couple more of those arrows popped around the page. I'm also going to use some more of the sticker sheet elements. So again with the arrows, because that's what the mood board called for. So it had arrows, it had that wood grain texture. I've used the beautiful colours. And I'm really pleased with this layout. I love how it looks and I love that it's got those little touches of pink and it's a perfect memory of a day in our life with 2-year-old twins. So the final step is to just cover up that photo with some old cardstock, put a couple of little splatters of black ink around this page, and this layout will be finished. What I'm going to do is show you a couple of close-ups and the final product of this layout. I really hope you enjoyed this and that you will think about subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate your views and any comments that you might leave. Thank you so much for visiting, and I will talk to you next time.